Obviously, my background's in institutional and commercial banking,
Right.
as well as property financing and equities market. That's where, personally, I have a lot of in-depth experience in, and I guess when people ask what's your passion, I guess that's where my passion is in investments. I keep on top of things on what's happening in the marketplace. I'm an investor myself,
Yeah.
so I do dabble in properties, shares, currency trading. I do keep myself updated in terms of what's happening in the marketplace. If you look at all the capital cities around Australia, obviously Gold Coast and Brisbane's probably undervalued at the moment due to populations, lack of investors coming in, I should say. So I guess in terms of hitting in the property market, I think it's the right time because it's fairly relatively cheap in comparison to Sydney, Melbourne, even Perth, to some extent even South Australia. I lived in Sydney for over 15 years, and I think coming from Sydney, you will find it's just a fraction of the price. The yield is good, but I think the standard of properties you can get up here for under $1 million is quite exceptional in comparison to what you get in Sydney.
Yeah.
If you want to stay, like for example, if you want to buy something within the city or the city fringe, the median house prices is over $1 million at this moment. So you really can't get anything that's decent. And if you look at our average wages, it's probably around 85,000, which is quite good. In order for someone to be able to afford a property that's over $1 million, first of all, you need minimum 10% deposit, which is 100,000.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at it general terms, within, let's say you have a couple that's earning, let's say average 85, that gives 160, 170. For them to obviously with the cost of living in Sydney, it's very hard to save up 100,000 without any assistance from family members, or if you win the lottery or something. When people do ask me where to invest, I say, look, it depends on obviously your personal circumstances. But, in terms of the price range, I think Gold Coast is right for the taking. And as you know, there's a lot of infrastructure being invested. Recently with the Gold Coast Airport, there's direct flights coming in from Asia, more particularly in Hong Kong. So I think that's an encouraging sign for more direct access or efficient access directly from Asia into Gold Coast. And I think it was just encourage encourage more investors or travel tourism to come into the Gold Coast. And we got the Commonwealth game in 2018, so it's only a couple of years away. So I think that will even further enhance the visibility of Gold Coast and what a great place this is to invest or to live in. Extra infrastructures and I guess visibility as well. More tourists coming in, obviously to watch the game, and that will enhance the tourism by tenfold, if not more. So I guess that will create a visibility that Gold Coast is a place to live and to start your retirement. You still can readily acquire a Waterview property house for under $1 million within Gold Coast. And everything is very close to a freeway. There's a lot of shopping centers around, countless golf courses around, and parks. So it's really a decent place to live in. I think over time we just need to increase our populations, which I think the council has a lot of focus on, namely spending a lot of investment money into creating a Chinatown in Southport, which is probably about 10 minutes away from here. Centralized, it's 5 minutes from surface, 5 minutes from, less than 5 minutes to Main Beach, which is close to SeaWorld, and Versace Resort, Sheraton Resort. Yeah, so no. I think during the next 5 years, I think there will be a lot of activities within the Gold Coast.